Tamara Alexander is suing her sister for identity theft. Tamara says the defendant runs several scams and even puts bills in her children's names. But Tamara had it when she stole her child support payments. Defendant Misa Alexander admits to putting bills in the names of her children, but she claims Tamara is just as guilty as she is because Tamara steals credit cards from strangers.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding.
Hello, Doug.
Hello, Judge. Please be seated.
State your name, please.
Tamara Alexander.
And your name?
Misa Alexander.
All right. The plaintiff is suing her sister for identity theft. All right. Tamara, state your case.
I'm suing my older sister, Misa, whom is the most lying, thieving, deceitful, conniving con artist I ever met in my entire life. She'll swear to tell the whole truth, but please don't believe anything she say. 98.9% the things that come out of her mouth are lies. She's always been jealous of me for some unknown reason that I don't know about. We have the same mother, same father. As you see,
you wish? Is that what you said?
As you see, we look alike. We favor. Please. Oh my God. As you see, we favor each other. So there's no reason why she should be jealous of me. The things that she's done in the past and said about me in the past will sense some type of jealousy there.
No, this sounds like a twisted version of the Brady Bunch girls.
I'm not over that. She victimizes people who are close to her.
How does she victimize people?
Identity theft. And it's the people that are close to her, her family. The
my
people
kids, I got bills in my kids' name. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, I do. But yeah.
But
how old are your kids?
12. They're young.
So
they're young, you know. And she not only uses
Misa.
Yeah.
You have bills in your kids' names. They're 12 and 10.
You know, why would
so
you?
You're ruining their credit. Why are you doing that?
I couldn't get it in my name, so I got it in my kids' name.
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I'm actually a computer operator.
All right, you should have a good job.
Okay.
So why is your credit so bad that you have to put your credit in a 10 and a 12-year-old's name?
Messed it up from early on when I first got out of school.
All right, how'd you mess it up?
Moved on to the others.
If you would let me continue, student loans, credit cards, stuff like that.
Fix it and then move on. Do you have any idea what you're doing to your kids? When they get to the age of 18, they'll never get a credit card. And then it'll take them years to try to figure out what happened.
No, I pay the bills. I mean, it came from stuff that, you know, I need.
Oh my
Say
God.
one more thing.
She don't pay bills. She don't pay her bills
yes,
off.
I do.
Especially she's not going to pay her kids' bills off. And I have my proof right here that she doesn't pay bills off. Because Misa has been using my...
Have you two always gotten along so well, or is this
Yes,
just
I used to look at her as like another mother, but as I got older and I started seeing the things that she was doing to me, trying to ruin my life, then I fell back on her. I
can't tell you fell back because you still kept coming living with me.
When did all this start?
This started about 10 years ago.
No, I've been taking care of her since she was 13.
Did she take
my
you
mother, I had no control over that. I was a minor. My mother sent me to live with her in Texas when I was 13. I stayed with her until I was 14. My father came and got me.
Even into adulthood, when she didn't have nowhere to go, we have our differences or whatever, and you know the differences I'm talking about. I would still allow her to come and live with me.
Misa has been using my identity ever since I was around 16, 17. Right here on my credit report, it has Misa T. Alexander. She took out a $10,000 loan in my name.
For what? What I got a $10,000?
Me, my mother, and my sisters. Me, my mother, and my sisters had to get it deleted off my credit report.
I'm looking at an Experian, which is a credit report prepared for Tamara Alexander, October of 2008.
When I pulled it, they give you a list of names that the social has been used on, that people use the social and the name that it's been used under. So Misa T. Alexander is one of the names that she used.
So in other words, you're saying she used your social security number and attached her name to it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you?
No.
My middle name is Marie.
No.
So she just twisted around. That's what she does, Your Honor.
No.
Tell me about your relationship with her.
I mean, just like any siblings, we go through our ups and our downs. But even still, through all of that, if she needed me to do something for her, I was still there for her. She needed to come live with me. I would let her come live with me.
She'll what?
She's a thief. She's a thief, and she don't.
Yeah, no,
Okay, let me
I'm
ask you a question.
asking
If
her.
I'm
I
a
just
thief,
can't,
hold on. If I'm a
ma'am.
thief, what does that make her? Because just last year, she was stealing random strangers' credit cards,
That is a
buying
lie.
stuff for
That
them.
is a lie.
I can get
That
you the
is a
proof.
lie.
She'll go to
That
the
is a
gas
lie.
station. She'll
That
go to
is
the
a
gas
lie.
station.
She's lying.
And if you
She's
spend
lying.
$40 in your tank,
and that's why I was locked up for that, huh?
No,
I wasn't
'cause
locked
ain't
up for
nobody
identity
turn you
fraud.
in,
I
that's
wasn't
why.
locked up for identity fraud.
Whatever.
Let's, ma'am.
Now, you alleged she was taking credit cards and using them. What
Yeah.
proof do you have of that?
I mean, I don't have no concrete, but I just know the people that she was doing it for because I was sending them to her.
Ooh. Are you two kidding? You were coming into my courtroom and alleging that you were both involved in a scam, and that's
No,
why
I wasn't- no.
You said you were bringing her to the people.
Excuse me, ma'am. That's not what I'm suing her for.
Well, I know that's not what you're suing her for, but we just opened up Pandora's box.
She's lying. She's lying.
She's lying? I would expect you to say she's lying. What she's saying is that you're as much a thief as she is. If she's a thief,
She
you are
gonna call
too.
me. No,
you know
not
what?
anymore.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, ladies.
Not
I'm
anymore.
going to ask the questions and you're going to answer them. Now,
Okay, yes, ma'am.
what are you suing her for?
I'm suing Misa for child support that was stolen from my son back in 2006.
2006. How did she steal your son's child support?
I filed, in Georgia, when you file child support, it takes a minute for child support enforcement to kick in. Okay. They start sending payments on the EPA card, which is a child support card. They start sending payments on
Is it child support debit card
Yes,
from the state of Georgia?
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
never
ma'am.
heard of that.
Yes, it's called the
Never
EPA
heard of
card.
that?
Never.
I have it in my purse. When I filed in 2002, it took a minute for them to get back.
What's with this a minute? I don't know what you mean. Like a New York minute or a Georgia minute?
No, it took years. It took years for them to get back with me. So my son's father got incarcerated in 2004. So child support, I wasn't even thinking about why would I be receiving child support payments because he's incarcerated? How am I supposed to get it? I was young. I didn't know.
Before 2004, had you sought child support payments from your baby's father?
No.
Why? Are you so rich you don't need his money?
No, I didn't say. I filed back in 2002
You did? Can you prove that?
This is,
Did you?
I filed back in 2002 trying to receive some type of help from my son, which
And you just
didn't
dropped
come
it?
from him. Huh?
When did you know you were getting child support?
Recently is when I found out.
So you go
Recently.
to court for child support. Thank you, Douglas. You go to court for child support for your son. And
I never-
6 years later, you say, gee, I should check on that and see if I ever got child support. Are you kidding?
Ma'am. I was receiving benefits as far as food stamps and Medicaid. I was receiving that. But my mother has been helping me a tremendous amount. If I didn't have her, I don't know what I would do. I was young. I was 17 when I got pregnant. I was 18 when I had my son. I didn't graduate from, I really don't want to say that, but, it's really been hard on me. And for my sister, to do some stuff like that to me, it just really hurt me, I was out there struggling, she gonna do that to me. I just didn't understand, so many things that I've done to try to take care of myself and try to take care of my son. I got evicted from my apartment when I was trying to go to school. I just don't believe that she would do something like that to me.
So where's this card going?
Okay.
And when is the card issued?
They was putting money on the card in
the state?
The state child support while they was putting money on the card while my son's father was incarcerated. Okay.
What's he incarcerated for?
Some drug charges and gun charges. And
Anybody die?
He was, no ma'am.
Good. All right.
No ma'am. Okay, this is when they first put money on the card.
Okay.
As you see,
Very interesting, this card
The
thing.
money wasn't touched. Because I didn't know nothing about the card.
When did the money start
The
being
money started
deducted?
to be spent in December 2006, right here. Is
Okay,
when
why do you think she's spending the money on the card?
Because
let me back up and save myself a heap load of time. Did you use the card? Don't shift your eyes. Look at me.
Okay.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
I know
use the
you
card.
did. Okay. Why did you think you had a right to use the card?
Tamara was living with me at that time. Like she said, she go from place to
No,
place.
I wasn't.
Wait.
We were getting ready to get evicted. I took the money. I did take the money. I used it to pay bills. I used it to pay rent. I bought
No, you didn't.
food,
No, you didn't.
do you know?
miscellaneous items.
I have the transactions right here.
If you look on there, you will see when they showed it to me. Even when the detective showed it to me, you can see where there are utility
Detective?
payments.
Ma'am?
Yes,
detective?
Ma'am,
Yes,
she
ma'am.
ordered another
Was somebody
card.
arrested?
She ordered another card.
It's a good
Ma'am.
idea, ladies, and I'm letting you go a long ways here to answer my question, because we're going to get to the end of this sooner than you
Okay.
think. Was there a detective involved?
Yes.
Did you call the cops and say, my sister stole my identity?
Yes.
What happened?
As far as with her being arrested, or
No, as far as how she feels today. Of course, as far as what happened. She was
as
arrested.
far as what happened, well, she had got locked up for it. They let her out, and I dropped the charges
Why?
after they let her
Why?
out.
Why?
Because I don't want her to have a felony on her record. I do have nephews, and she has my niece, and I don't want her to be out
Now,
of
what do you
work.
think of that? She dropped the charges. What do you think of that?
I appreciate her
wrong.
for dropping the charge. I mean, even when
All right, there's hope. Hold on, there's hope. The transaction in December of 2006 are for utilities. You know what that tells me? That tells me that whoever's got this card is paying a serious bill and she's not out boozing it up. The fact that you dropped the charges tells me that you do care for her.
I do.
She does appreciate it. All right, so let's kind of cut through the stuff here. What you did was inexcusable. The issue for me is whether or not you knew that she was using the card.
No, ma'am.
You say no. Hold on. I'm assuming you're going to say yes. Now, assuming you say no, Tamara, the truth is that she used it for utilities right from the
She
get-go.
used it for
Were
more.
you living with her at the time?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, that is so not true. Tamara, please tell the truth. She has been
Lisa-
staying with me off and
Lisa,
on
that's a
for the
lie.
past 12 years, ma'am. I have her and my father. I've been taking
That's
care of
a
her
lie.
and my father.
Listen to me. I like you. All right? I don't know why, but I like you. You stole from your sister. You're arrested for theft for using her child support debit card, which Georgia gives in a minute. I'm not sure if it's a Georgia minute or a New York minute. I'm still not clear on that. However, you two are always going to be sisters. As far as I'm concerned, the claim for the money for the child support debit card by the plaintiff and the allegation that the defendant exercised unauthorized control over that debit card have not been proven by the plaintiff. As far as I'm concerned, the plaintiff is an individual who was living with her sister on and off. Her sister is someone who was charged with a crime by the police for using this debit card. My burden of proof, however, is very different from one in a criminal justice case in law enforcement. I think that there was some sense that you were using the card, and I think that you were wronged in some way. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give you something, but let this be a lesson to you. If you drop charges in a criminal case, then what you're doing is you're coming back into another courtroom and say, I didn't want to prove it over there, but I want to prove it over here. Don't answer me and don't interrupt me. You go forward with the charges. And I know you didn't want to hurt her, but if she has been stealing from you since you were 16 and $10,000 and all that stuff, it's time for you to follow through with it. You're seeking $5,000. So I'm going to give you 50%. I'm going to give you $2,500. Misa, you do any fancy footwork like this again, you're going to end up in jail. I can feel it. I know it. I've been around the block. All right? My verdict is $2,500 for the plaintiff. So ordered.
She's always been pretty much of a wild child, partying, very promiscuous.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
always
wow.
she's always been that way.
Wow. Are you serious?
Very,
You skank. Are you serious?
very.
You know what? At the end of the day, good over evil. Good
Yeah,
over
please.
evil. And you're evil. Okay?
out
You're
my
very
face.
evil. She's a thief. She's a lie. She's a con artist. Please, America, be aware of her. Please don't let her in your house because she steals and her kids steal.